Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. They wanna find the treasure, they wanna find it now. They are K-Pro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest, Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. Marion and Indy are what they're like, although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow.
All right, everybody. It is the K-Pro Cow Powwow because it is Monday, May 1st, 2023. How you doing, K-Pro?
I am lovely. See, here's something that I do that's different than Mike. Mike may take a little nap right after work and before this. So he runs a little slow coming in. I've been working on some stuff, doing some stuff, working on some stuff. Michael O'Connell, I haven't seen you forever. Hope you are doing well, my friend. So yeah, I'm here like in the cheers bar and everyone says Norm and I say hey. And then I say hey to everybody else like Michael O'Connell. So I'm a little pumped tonight. I think we have new discoveries coming. I'm here all night. Don't mind me. You don't even need a soundboard tonight, Mike.
Yeah, I see. All right. Well, tonight we're going to talk about the audio heard around the world and Dale's response to it, right? Is that the plan?
Yeah, we might have one or two other things that we're going to share too. But yeah, that's the basis of our business. We need to do new business before or old business before new business. So I know a lot of you have already listened to this. Our show last week had a little snippet and everyone was like, contacts, we need it all. And so Cynthia was so kind. I hope she is here so she can hear lovely things. And she was so kind. She put it up and then there was additional questions. She emailed Dale. She brought it this week. So that'll be a little bit of review for you all. But I haven't analyzed it. I haven't gone, ooh, listen to that, this. And Mike actually was the one saying, we really need to dive into this. I am so excited. And so I love honor and obey. I had to do what he said. So that's why we're here.
Okay. I only caught the end of that, but whatever it was. Okay. I think. All right. Yeah. So what else has been going on, K-Bro? Anything else in the Chase community been happening in the last week since we did a show?
Oh boy, I have no idea what you want me to say right now. There's a lot that's been happening and it's up to you whether you want to say anything. I've been working on some stuff. I got stuff I'm working on. And you know what? I'm old school. You know what you do when you're old school? You go try to get poster boards, but all the poster boards are gone because the kids in elementary school are doing them for presentations. So I've been analyzing. I've been doing some analysis. So oh,
yeah,
Mike, dear Lord, I didn't know you were going to post that.
Hi, everybody. You think K-Pro goes all in or what?
Okay. Yeah, let's take that down. Thank you for that.
That's going to be a big part of that's going to be next Monday's show. So definitely tune in next Monday because we're going down. It's a conspiracy theory bridge, and at the other end, there's a rabbit hole. So it's going to be a fun one next week. Not that tonight's not going to be fun. We're here. Oh, there's Rudy Green. I said conspiracy theory bridge, and he showed up. Hey, Rudy. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun tonight, and we're going to have a lot of fun next Monday.
Yeah, I'm all in, no doubt about it. And yeah, there's a lot of people that I need to get it in where people can understand it. So that's the thing that's taken me a while. And I actually need Mike to focus and give attention before I present it because I know some things might not make sense because I've been deep diving. I'm basically doing an analysis of Condor database versus scrapbooks versus Jack's emails that we have and putting a timeline to them and seeing if there's anything pop out. I'm just going to tell you some stuff popped out. You may not agree, but I'm going to say it. And you can say, we started with the facts and then now you're wrong in your conclusion. I clean the house for you. That's that. Okay, I might be seeing somebody else. God, you guys tell your secrets. I might be meeting someone else to help me with something that I'm not teasing. You guys are surrounding me with God. Yeah, okay. There you go.
Super chat. Our bold friend Packer Jack says K-Pro seems so relaxed and happy, almost like she has the weight of 100 long boxes off her shoulder. Yeah, it's true. Pretty much, Packer Jack. Pretty much. But never say never. They could come back someday.
Oh, we were looking in the database. We actually, I think Mike's going to take a day off work and we're going to go. And okay, I want you guys to let me know in the chat. You know, if you guys watch Source Wars, there's the guy that goes whoop, and there's the guy that does all the different sounds. We need our sound.
How did that go, K-Bro?
Whoop. You know the guy that does that on the show.
Yep, not whoop.
Oh, yep. I
yeah,
don't know. Whatever.
So next Wednesday, the Storage Wars are live. Not this TV show, but they're doing a storage auction live here in Vegas. They're going to like 12 different facilities. So me and K-Pro thought, why don't we just go check it out? And it's live. And of course, we film it. So if we actually do that, we'll let you guys know. So you never know what K-Pro and Cowlazars might get into next.
Yeah, and Jason Dent says moo. So that's what we could do. But you know, you have that really obnoxious one that you do. Don't do that one. You do that one in the car or whatever you do.
Oh, the cow. Awesome. That's the cow. All right. Okay. So where do we want to start tonight, Christy?
We want to start at the beginning of the audio. And here is what we're going to do. We're going to take little snippets of it. Not snippets. We're going to start at the beginning and we're going to play it. And when there's something that we see is interesting, we're going to say, stop, Mike. And that's going to be a little hard because the chat is delayed. So if there's something that's super interesting, we're going to stop it there. And then we're going to discuss. And then at the end of it, we're going to go over the email. And then we're going to go over some other stuff.
Okay, I can do that. And it's just a word to the Treasure Warriors if they're watching. They were saying you can't play YouTube videos. No, you can. YouTube isn't stopping you. For some reason, on my setup here, I've got to be in Microsoft Edge. If I play YouTube in Google Chrome, you guys can't hear it. But if I play it in Microsoft Edge, you can. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. But I don't think it has anything to do with YouTube. I think it's a browser thing or something. So anyway, we're about to find out. So when I play this, let me know if everybody can hear it. That would be good. All right. So we just want to jump right in.
You can't be muted on your side. Remember that too. Okay.
Just jump right into it. Is that what we're saying?
Jump up and get down. Jump. Okay. I'm kind of ornery tonight. Sorry. I was talking to Candy a little earlier. She's hilarious. So there you go.
Okay. So first thing we want to do is share. And big shout out to Cynthia Meacham for putting the video up. Oh, wait, that's not Cynthia Meacham's video. That's mytreasuresadventure.com. Everybody.
Dear Lord.
Mytreasureadventures.com. $6,000 is going to be hidden in your state, and you can find it. So go check it out. Our friend Tammy runs this site, and there might be a little breaking news on this thing like in a week or so. We'll see. But check it out. $55 you can get in for a $6,000 treasure hunt. Sorry about that.
And to hear more, come on Thursdays when Mike talks about other hunts. We are focused on the chase, so let's focus on the chase for God's sake.
It was up there. It was an accident. All right, so we have to go to Cynthia's. So I guess I don't need to see the video because all her video. Yeah, we don't need to show her video. Just hear the audio. All right, here we go.
Correct.
And again, this is a Forrest Fenn audio with Dale. Okay, a lot of people got pissed off that we only showed a clip or a little bit before, so this is the full audio, I guess. All right.
Oh wait, can I say one other thing? So a little thing happened where there were two parts that she edited out herself. And the reason for it is when there was personal identifying information, especially the negative stuff, Forrest probably had a bad moment and complained about a couple searchers or said some things that maybe were honest, maybe not offensive. And I think she did the ethical right thing and she edited it out. One of the searchers that called her out, ironically, was Troy, Why I Must Go. And he's like, you edited it. And she said, yeah, one of them was you. Do you want your part of the audio? So she sent him the part of the audio. He leaned in. He's having fun with it. He is now chase supervisor because that's what Forrest said. He shared it, etc. But there are two places that occurs. And I am going to be on Troy's show this week. I just want you guys to know. I was invited. Yeah, I haven't even told you, Mike. Because he knows how to analyze with the little squiggly lines and figure out where cuts are and ambient noise changes. He's like the magic stuff that you know.
Hang on.
So
You're going to be on Why Must I Go's YouTube channel this week?
yes.
Wow, that's news to me. That must be breaking news, everybody. I guess I'm not invited, but okay.
Oh, you
Go
were
ahead.
definitely invited. I thought, for God's sake, I have to drag you once a week on. So we're going to do an hour show. They're going to do some after party shows. I think they go stream for a little bit longer. I'm going to come on for an hour. We're going to analyze it. We're going to jump in. Street's going to be on. And, you know, I talked to Troy, and I've talked to Greg, and I've talked to Candy, and we're all coming together to get this done because we got to do this. We can't wait any longer. We're coming together. That's what we're doing. And that's how it is. And you should be scared, and you can't handle the truth. And play it, Mike.
Yeah, Troy's had his moments over the years, but I've always liked Troy. I just like when he goes live, he says, "Hey, folks, another nothing burger." Anyway, usually talking about us. All right, here we go.
And I will tell you, the only rule I made is just no drama stuff. It has to be content related. So I know that it's a little dicey, and we're going to see how it goes. But you know what? Sometimes you just put stuff behind, and if we're all still around, we're all crazy together. Let's be crazy and figure this out rather than crazy angry birds. So we're going to be happy birds, and we're going to bring it. We're going to bring it. And I'm going over to Cynthia's, and I'm going to take all this stuff, and we're Scooby doing this stuff. We're going to Scooby Doo. Jack, be afraid. I know you. I know what's happening, and we're figuring you out. You mess with my friend Forrest, we're going to get you. Okay, go ahead.
I think Jack's out of it. I think Jack's like, "Hey, I sold it. I'm done."
Jack's not out of it. I've figured out what happened from September of 2019. I've begun to figure out, and thank you to the Bavettas of the world and the Holies of the world, just to help, because I can't find stuff sometimes, and they need a help, and we're helping, and we're coming together, and we're bringing it, and we're doing it. And see, Steve Klein, that don't even tune in on Wednesday from 4 to 5, because it's not going to be drama. There's no drama there. None. We are going to analyze and Scooby-Doo it and bring it home. Jack, we see you. Okay, go ahead.
What an intro. Here we go.
There have been some people that said some things that got my attention. And so I want to read those emails. I want to know when somebody's getting close. I don't know why I want to know that, because I'm not going to do anything. I don't dare answer the email. If I answer, that might be a signal to him that he's close. And if I don't answer, well, that's just a routine thing, you know. So
stop. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. Everything that's happened since 2018, connect the dots. I'm starting step 1. I'm starting here, and then I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to fold in auction site, and I have a life and a job. I'm trying to get it all done, but there is some amazing things that comes out just between September of 2019 to June 2020. Wait until you see it. Okay, let me focus here. He has to get his emails, because he wants to know that something got his attention. He doesn't know why, because he can't respond to him, but it's a him. Is that what you got from there? Because you are Scooby doing it with me, honey. You're my ride or die. Let's go.
I mean, yeah, he says some things people send him catch his attention, but he doesn't respond, right? Did he say something like that?
Yeah, he says he doesn't dare respond, but he wants to know. He doesn't know why he wants to know. He's an interested observer. He's not connected to it. So this was taken on October 17th. So that means someone had gotten his attention by this time. Correct? Is that what we're saying? That's what we're saying, right?
Truth Seeker says that's why Forrest didn't return my email. Good one. All right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's right. We're so far.
Okay, nothing huge here yet. Nothing huge yet.
Back it up a little bit. All right, here we go.
I don't dare answer the email. If I answer, that might be a signal to him that he's close.
Yeah, he did say him. So there you go.
If I don't answer, well, that's just a routine thing, you know. So normally I don't answer those things, but I look for that name.
You say look for that name?
Name. He said look for that name. So there is not only a key word, now he's looking for a particular name. So we know it's a him, and we know now he's looking for a particular name.
Yeah, you did say look for that name. Okay.
Somebody's going to find that treasure chest.
So now, do you think he's referring to him, that he looks for the name, that person, somebody's going to find it? You think those things are going together?
I don't know yet because I need to listen to more, Mike.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
And I don't want to get an email from that guy and not read it.
Right. I understand that.
The smart thing for somebody that finds that treasure chest, like I said, is put it on your bed for 30 days and think, and then slowly start dissipating what's in the contents. Sell it. You can sell anything in there without anybody being alerted except those two big gold nuggets.
So Forrest just said, think about it. And then he just said, slowly start selling it. He didn't say contact me. He didn't say call the news. He just said, you can sell anything you want without anybody knowing except for the gold nuggets.
But now wait, this is the first time I'm going to say, wait a minute. We did an interview with him 3 weeks after this. And we said, do you want the bracelet back? And he's like, yeah, but it depends. We need to sit down, have a conversation. I don't remember the exact words, but I need to warm up to it a little. So is he saying something different 3 weeks before than he says 3 weeks later? He's going to soon say, the guy just shut up, leave me alone, don't even talk to me. But in our interview 3 weeks later, he's saying, yeah, but it depends on how it comes back. And I want to sit down and hold hands and kumbaya. Right? Right, Mike? Right?
I guess. I mean, I don't know. Miriam says someone would notice the dragon bracelet. Why? In other words, if I took that dragon bracelet down to Pawn Stars and said, yeah, look, and they're like, where'd you get it? Oh, I found it in a storage unit. And they bring in a guy and go, oh, it's whatever. I don't think anybody would be, oh, where'd you get it from? They're like, oh, cool. I just don't. Even the big gold nugget, it could be like, where'd you get that? Storage unit, or my grandfather died and we found it in a drawer or something. Why would that flag something to somebody?
So I agree with you on part and I disagree with you in the other. The dragon bracelet, there are many of those all around, not thousands, but there is at least hundreds. And I don't think that it is unique. I have figured out the nugget that we bought. It's about that big. I don't know, about dime size. I have figured out exactly which one we have from TTOTC. When you have a nugget that big, and there was two of them that were that big, they are so unique in their shape, they can at least be traced. So they have like a fingerprint, if you will. So if you're trying to hide from the government and IRS, like Forrest is suggesting here, you don't want to get caught with something silly. It's kind of like DB Cooper and the serial numbers. You need to wash that money before you start spending it elsewhere. See what I did there? DB Cooper. DB Cooper's involved. I want everyone to know DB Cooper's involved. I'm sorry I spoiled Shiloh. I'm sorry. DB Cooper's involved, and you'll know later. Go ahead, Mike.
All right. Don't know if any of that's true or not, but okay.
People will recognize those. We'll sit on those for 15 years. And then what's going to happen when I announce that the treasure chest has been found?
I mean,
Are people going to believe it?
oh, there'll always be people who won't believe it. But I think the majority of the people, if it comes from you, are absolutely going to believe it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, stop for a second. Okay, two things I want to tell you guys. If you hear whining in the background, it's not me. Our dog had surgery today, and he's hurting a little bit. He's on pain meds, but they're starting to wear off. So if you hear that, sorry, that is that's our side. So now Forrest is focusing on if the treasure's been found, if anybody will believe him. Is that informational to you at all, Mike, or just kind of keep going?
Say it again.
He's now saying, like, if I announce it's found, are people going to believe it? He's like really invested, I think, in the mindset. It's going to be announced soon.
Yeah, I mean, he brought it up with Dale. He's like, what's going to happen when it's found? Yeah. And I think that's what they're about to talk about, right?
Yes, sir. Okay, keep going.
Do we want to put up what Candy just said or no? We might as well talk about it. Check it out. If you look at Heritage Auctions history, it shows that in November of 2019, items were auctioned off anonymously tied to Fenn. Well, Candy, you got to give a link or something. Like, what are you talking about? But it's something we can talk about another show, I guess. You're not saying treasure chest items. You're just saying items related to Fenn. So, I mean, this could be, arrowheads.
Was it an emerald ring? I need to know.
Yeah,
this is the kind of stuff we need to know.
I'm sure it'll be in Discord tonight. We'll figure it out. Okay, here we go.
if you found the treasure chest and didn't want me to know it, it would be the easiest thing in the world to make up a new email address and send it to me. Tell me the things that I need to know that tell me that you have found a treasure chest. You don't want me to know who you are. That's the best thing that can happen to me.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
I want you guys to remember this for next week. So Forrest is saying, make up a separate email address so I don't know who you are. And it is remarkable that Jack says that not only once, but twice in Condor database, suggesting that to others, when you don't get a response, make up a second email address. A little bit of a coincidence. It's not a big thing. There's going to be more big things later. But this is the first time I am hearing Forrest say, basically stay anonymous. This is kind of, I think, a revelation that Forrest is knee deep in something right now. What do you
Well, it
think?
sounds like Forrest is distancing himself a little bit from when it's found. Like, be the easiest thing in the world if that person just finds it and just goes off into that good night. The question is why? Why is he distancing himself?
Why? Okay, keep going.
Because I don't want the pressure on me. If I don't know who you are, there's no pressure on me.
That's right.
And regardless of who finds it, I hope they won't ever say where they found it.
So he just says, he just said, I hope they don't say where they found it. Is that what he said?
Yeah, because he's going to say in a minute, because Dale's going to go basically what the heck, why? And he said it's going to give him some problems. So Forrest didn't think of everything. Forrest didn't talk to an attorney that told him there wasn't any legal issue. Because do you remember on, I think it's our video, but I know it's on another video. What if there is no legal issue? And there's a lot of S corps. He is saying something, and again, this is with his friend Dale, and Dale's writing his biography. They're having some honest conversations. So maybe we're not seeing the public Forrest, we're seeing the private Forrest, where these are his concerns.
All right, I went back a little bit. Lucky, hey, shh, relax. All right.
No pressure on me.
That's right.
And regardless of who finds it, I hope they won't ever say where they found it. Everybody in the world's going to be mad if you don't tell me where you found it. My God, I've spent $100 million. I've made 500 trips out there, and you won't tell me where you found it?
Yep.
And why don't you want them to tell where they found it?
Because I think it's going to cause some people trouble. If it's on private property, the landowner is going to be madder than hell. If it's on government land, well, they're going to arrest you. If it's on an Indian reservation, you won't last 30 minutes with those guys.
Yeah.
Stop for a sec. So let me answer a couple things. Cowlazars, wasn't there a searcher killed before this recording or after? Both. There was 5 reported before, and then the Sexton death was March of, I could find it exactly, March 23rd, I think. I might have just put that in a database. So William, that's the answer to your question. Tag me at KPro if you guys want me to answer any questions. So again, he just went over it, Mike. He said it's going to give someone trouble, but I think that's exactly what Forrest said. What if there is no legal issue and there ended up being a huge legal issue? It's kind of like reality's hitting him. If it was 1,000 years later and he's not alive, I don't think he'd have the issue. He's got a little situation.
Yeah, something's making him rethink things. That's for sure.
Yeah. Let me ask you another question that's been hounding. I keep getting, there's been a lot of discussion about it. I don't know if you want to talk about it. If you don't, that's fine. But you said at one point, I'm paraphrasing because
Actually, this is a good point. The trouble for some people is his immediate family. It'll be trouble for some people, maybe, or the finder, maybe, because the finder took it from a national park. Okay.
I don't remember exactly how you phrased it, but basically it was leave your partner in the car. You remember that?
People misconstrues what I meant. What I mean is, that if you've got a partner and the two of you out here hunting and one of them finds it and the other one doesn't, there's going to be a problem.
Oh,
Well, you didn't sign a contract. What was it? Well, you were going to give me 50%. No, I wasn't going to give you half of that. That's why I say, if you know where the treasure is, take a partner out there, but leave him in the car. Don't let him be part of the found. I mean, people are signing elaborate contracts with each
Okay,
other.
stop for a second. If you guys notice right there, there's a cut, and that's when he talks about Troy. So that is not a cut that needs to be investigated, because I believe, I should say, and find out on Wednesday if it is, because when Cynthia gave Troy his clip a couple seconds before and a couple seconds after, she gave it for him to be really clear about where it cut. And I think that was it, where it had that little gap. That's where Cynthia cut that. I just wanted to be clear.
The chase supervisor. All right.
Oh, and he's loving it, because he's saying, like, if he is now deeming who has good salt and who doesn't, because he's a chase supervisor of the chase, and he's having a lot of fun with it. Good on you, Troy. Keep going.
Yeah, no comment.
So that's what I meant by that, but people thought I meant something else.
well, they were trying, most of the people that I read, when that discussion comes up, they're scratching their head trying to figure out what it means.
Well, another thing I said, if you've got a partner, one of you is going to be shopping at JCPenney and the other one at Gucci's, because you're going to lie. I'm going to tell you, no, I didn't find that treasure chest. Forget that I just bought a new house and a yacht. And if you find a treasure chest, let me know that you found it. Keep your identity secret and shut up and go. If the IRS finds out about it, first of all, you've got to tell them what it's worth, which means you're going to spend $30,000 or $40,000 with an appraiser.
Do we have any idea how much it did cost to get it appraised by Heritage or whoever?
No, you should ask Justin.
Yeah, pretty. Okay.
Okay, but wait. So this is the first time I've ever heard on any audio or interview anywhere, I want the finder to keep their identity secret. That's interesting in itself. But yeah, they did have to appraise it, and I know that's what took so long and all of that. Yeah, we have a new home. I'm waiting for my check. Can you please send it? If someone was supposed to send me a check, we didn't get it. We had what were called JOBs.
Well, here's the thing, though. The LLC appraised it in order to auction it. Forrest is talking about the finder appraising it in order to tell the IRS
No,
what it's worth.
that's not true.
Why?
Jack appraised it. Remember when he sent it out and he was waiting for getting all the coins back?
Right,
That's
right.
what it took. So LLC did not appraise it. Jack had it appraised through NCG and all of the appraisers at Heritage. The retriever. I see you, Jack.
Then why'd you say ask Justin?
Because Justin would have, I think Justin would have the knowledge. I think he's come out that he said he's LLC. He's just waiting for it to dissolve, and he's going to come probably on our show and talk about it. He's going to come out and talk about it. He's taking questions privately right now. What was my point? He probably knows, I would assume. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. Okay.
I don't
What's the date of this audio? Do we know the date?
October 17th, 2019.
There you go. Merrill Flanders. There you go. 1847. Okay, here we go.
And then the IRS is not going to believe it. They're going to confiscate it, get their own appraisers. It's going to be 10 times what your appraiser appraised it at. And now where?
So hang on. He just said the IRS isn't going to accept it. They're going to get their own appraisers. What's that all about?
So if you say, and this happens on houses sometimes, if we say our house is worth, okay, I have a family member that just went through a divorce, and their house was worth $300,000 is what one of them said, because they looked it up on Zillow, and they're like, no, we got to get an appraiser in. And then the appraiser said, well, it's worth $295. And they're like, let's get a second appraiser. The government does the same thing. If you get $1 million trove that is so unique that you can't, so then they may want a second appraiser. You know, those IRS people, they're sons of beep, beep, beeps.
And even though Jack went to Puerto Rico, did he still have to do this with the IRS, or are we not sure?
He got a gift. If you want to hear all about that, tune in next week. He got a gift and it was in the court records. He demanded, he told Forrest 19 different times, you need to either gift it to me. I need to get out of these taxes. He moved to Puerto Rico all to get out of it. And he got a gift. He got a gift from Forrest because it's a $15 million. I think it's 15 million right now. Maybe it's 11 lifetime gift exemption. And that's what he got. He got one. He got what he demanded. We see you, Jack. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the problem is first Forrest is talking about don't say anything, sell it off piece by piece. Now he switches gears and said, if you do come out, the IRS is going to want to appraise it, etc. He doesn't say, I'm just going to gift it to the person, Dale. Why doesn't he say that?
Because that wasn't, in my opinion, that wasn't his plan until Jack hounded him into the ground. If you think brutal truth's bad, just wait till next week, Jack.
So you think the reason Forrest gifted it to Jack is because the way it went down, that it was found? He wasn't going to gift it to whoever the searcher was that found it?
I think Jack would have let a lot of people die until he got what he wanted.
I gotcha. But I don't know if that relates to the gift, but I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
wait until next week. I'm telling you, he even said, you're not answering this email and I'm putting a tracker on this email. And if you don't answer, then your trust has to do it the way I say. And then Forrest puts in one of the scrapbooks. I'm in charge. And he was playing poker and he got rid of his Jack. Did you know he did that in a scrapbook?
Yeah, I know. We're going to go over all that next.
Yeah.
All right. JK Pioneer says, hey, I just won 6 silver auctions. If you want to sell any silver in bulk, JK Pioneer, let us know. Let me know. I'm interested. Here we go.
Where are you? In court and back and forth all over the front page of the New York Times. And everything says, find it and shut the hell up. Yeah. Just shut up.
Shut up, K-Pro.
Oh, wait until you see the scrapbook that tells him to shut up. Just you wait.
Right. William says, if you gift somebody something and then sell it, do you or the buyer have to pay the new taxes? If you sell, it depends how you sell it, would be my answer.
No, if it's a gift, no. It's a gift. It's yours.
Right.
You won't have it. So if I acquire something and then I sell it, and that's the capital gains. But if you're gifted something, there is not a cost basis to go from. As I understand it, I'm not a tax professional.
So when Jack sold the treasure chest and its contents to the LLC, did he have to pay tax on it? Do we know?
No, he did not, because of the gift, not because of Puerto Rico. Hold on. Cynthia's saying something. Bring it up. Bring it up, Mike.
Forrest told me August 28th, 2020, he knew the finder would give it back, and that's how Forrest would know it was found. Oh, he knew the finder would give it back to Forrest, and that's how Forrest would know it was found.
Oh, remember when she said, hand it to me, and then he was going to hand it back? I guess that was their interpretation of a gift. I can tell you in the court hearing documents, they bleeped out the amount. They blacked out or redacted the amount, but they did show the tax gift exchange that Jack demanded from Forrest.
Okay. I don't know about any of this. You're all suspect. Okay.
In Washington is, if you're under oath, don't say that you don't know, because they'll prove that you do know. Say you don't remember.
Right.
Hillary gave a deposition and said she didn't remember 142 times. Yeah. Cheney was the same way.
Yeah.
You don't remember.
I don't recall.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Now Forrest is talking about court and what you should do if you're subpoenaed. I mean, isn't that a weird turn that he just went to? He didn't just pull that out of thin air.
Do you think there's a cut there? Can you go back? I wonder if there's a cut there. See if we hear any clicks, guys. Come on, we're Scooby-Dooing stuff.
If they're going to confiscate it, get their own appraisers, it's going to be 10 times what your appraiser appraised it at. And now where are you? You're in court and back and forth all over the front page of the New York Times. Everything says, find it and shut the hell up. Yeah. Just shut up. Okay. You don't, the word in Washington is, if you're under oath, don't say that you don't know, because they'll prove that you do know. Say
okay,
you don't
stop
remember.
there. So he was saying, shut up. No, there wasn't a cut, but the transition was, shut up, don't say anything. And if you get called into court, don't say you don't know, just say you don't recall. There's a transition there. There's a segue. He's segueing. He's on the little
He's giving
segue.
reasons to Dale why the finder should shut up and not come forward with it.
Right. And even if you get called into court, just say, I don't recall. Did you find the treasure chest? I don't recall. Did you bring it down to Forrest? I don't recall. Was the bracelet in it? I can't recall. Not I don't know, because I don't know. They'll catch you in a lie. Secrets of liars.
Right. Hillary gave a deposition and said she didn't remember 142 times. Yeah. Cheney was the same way. Yeah.
I can't.
You don't
I
remember.
don't recall.
Yeah.
Having said that.
I don't remember what century I had that car wreck. You might write
I think there was a cut right there, just to let you know.
There was a little delay. Yeah, there might be. And that is not Cynthia that cut this, correct?
No, she cut 2 things out. I think there's more than 2, but tune in Wednesday night on Troy's channel and we're going to Scooby-Doo that. He has the software where you can tell the ambient noise is different and stuff. We'll figure it out. We don't need to figure it out here.
All right.
just a second. I don't want to screw this up.
Oh, it must be important. He said, just a second. I want to screw it up.
You might write an editorial that talks about that philosophy, using an abstract name, that here's what's going to happen if everybody knows you found a treasure chest.
You say using an abstract name? What does that mean? An alias?
Yeah, like I wanted to say Harry, but that's not a good name in this treasure hunt. Susie contacted me and said, should I make my name known? And then Susie's a made up. Well, no, we have a Susie. Tom, I'm sorry if you're. No, we have everybody here. XYZ, it doesn't matter. Mr.
Right.
Z, he's saying make it up and pretend like it's an actual story, but there is a message that I want sent out.
If it was Jack's intention to keep it all secret, then why'd he come out publicly in the first place? Well, we'll talk about that.
He was outed. He was outed. But
yeah, I remember the Medium article. He was going to remain anonymous, and then you guys couldn't let it go. All right, here we go.
Here's what's going to happen if nobody knows it. And I don't dare say, don't report it to the IRS, because now I'm a co-conspirator.
Right.
And that may have legal ramifications. So I'm very careful about not saying, and I never advise anybody.
My theory, when I imagined that I might actually find this thing, I've always said, well, I'd throw it in the back of Esmeralda, throw a blanket over it, and I'd learn to drive to Santa Fe, because I want to know about the provenance of all these things that are in here. I want to know where they came from.
It's not worth the trip down here. First of all, I can't tell you where I got it. I know where I got those 2 Chinese things. I bought them from a dealer. You've got nothing. All of the gold coins and the gold nuggets, I got at gun shows from Joe Smith.
And by Joe Smith, he just means some random person. That's not a real person, right?
That's how I took it.
Yeah.
Hold on. There's 2 K-Pros. Packer Jack, it's like a fine mile, a right kilometer, or a good acre. I think he's being funny, but I don't know what that means. Cynthia Meacham, I made an edit right there after Forrest said he never advises anybody. Because Cynthia, he advised, and she couldn't find the chest, and she tried to sue him. Just kidding. So, okay, so we know. So Troy, if you're watching, hopefully you are, now that one's one of her edits. We know where the other one was. So any other edits we find, which I think there's one, then yeah. Okay. Okay.
We're toward the end right here.
Yeah.
Who cares? There's some gold bracelets, pre-Columbian gold bracelets and things I bought from traders. I don't even remember. I mean, I can't tell you anything.
Okay. Well, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
What?
Okay, go back 5 seconds. He said, I have a thought about that. You're going to hear a click, and then he's going to turn it back on. Cynthia did not make this edit. I think this is an edit. Troy, supervisor, can you please help us with this one?
Now Troy's the new Toby. You heard it here. K-Pro said it. All right, listen, see if you can hear this.
Coins and the gold nuggets I got at gun shows from Joe Smith. Who cares? There's some gold bracelets, pre-Columbian gold bracelets and things I bought from traders. I don't even remember. I mean, I can't tell you anything.
Okay. Well, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how you would tell.
Just Just shut up. Like I told you before, that's very private conversation.
So you're saying the private conversation was cut out of this audio that they just talked about. He's like, just shut up.
I actually think, I don't know, but I think the private conversation was either earlier in the day or the day before. He was there the day before, and I don't think he filmed this was or whatever videoed. I think the private conversation was lengthier, but I don't know.
He wanted the bracelet back, but doesn't want the finder to meet him. Again, makes no sense. Yeah, I don't know.
Depends on which day, and we're 3 weeks different on this one. That's the big thing for me. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. As far as somebody like going to Forrest, tell me all about it, Forrest. Forrest did that by putting the scrapbooks up that were like, here's an item I put in the treasure chest, and he would give the history. I mean, that's Forrest's own fault he said there's a history in all this because he told us about it on the scrapbooks on Dale's blog, where he had the picture of the chest with all the nice things. And then here's an old laptop I found with pictures of things that may be in the chest, and he would give a history of all those things. So I think everybody expected him to do that when somebody actually found it.
I always thought if I found it, not that I mean, everybody is like boots on the ground excited about it. I was heading to Santa Fe. So I was exactly like Dale. Like I would have headed to Santa Fe. I think, here's my spidey senses. I think he knew who had already found it. This was a month after Jack admitted he found it, a month and a half. And I don't think he wanted to meet that guy. That guy put him through hell.
So it sounds like Forrest, for whatever reason, changed his mind. He didn't want to gift it to somebody. He wanted whoever found it to just take it and go and just not have to deal with it and not have his family deal with it. He said it would cause some problems for some people. That could be the finder. That could be his family. That could be, a lot of different people. So it sounds like he just didn't want to deal with it, but that's not what.
Well, and part of me think about this in your mind. If you took $1 million of your dollars, bought a bunch of gold stuff and put it in the Rockies, and then some guy said, that's not enough, Forrest. I actually have to pay taxes. You need to give me a gift tax. Dude, like, oh, and where is the 2 items that you said was in? Maybe, I'm just putting this as a possibility. Maybe Forrest thought, dude, I already gave you $1 million. That's not enough. You now are demanding. And if I don't respond to your email, you're saying I'm legally on the hook for, my estate to do. I think he didn't realize, how greedy and selfish some were. See what I did there?
Well, if I'm Forrest, my response is, I know he can't say this to Jack, I guess, but no, you don't have to pay tax on it. Just don't tell anybody you found it. The only way you pay tax on it is if you open up your mouth and tell everybody you found it, right? But Jack was
right, but that's illegal. That's illegal.
But Forrest didn't. Forrest tells Dale that's the guy should do. Forrest didn't care if it was illegal, right? Forrest is like, just shut up.
But did you hear Forrest say in here, I don't dare say this publicly because it's against the law. So he has a guy that's willing to move to Puerto Rico, willing to do some of the stuff that you're going to find out about next week. And now he's supposed to tell him, hey, break the law. I wouldn't do that.
Right.
I got to take a call.
He never said that. Okay. So this should be the end of it right here. Let's see.
Read me what the poem says and the game's over. You don't need to tell me you found a treasure chest. Just tell me.
Read me what the poem says and game over. So this was the read me what the poem says and game over. You don't need to tell me. But here, let me play it again. This is the big second poem, right? Let's see.
Just shut up.
Just shut up.
I told you before, that's very private conversation. Read me what the poem says and the game's over. You don't need to tell me you found a treasure chest. Just read me the poem. Right. That answers all the questions.
Right.
So we might as well talk about it. Some people are saying what he means is just read me the poem, meaning the clues. Read me the thrill the chase poem, telling me the answers, right? What do you think, April?
Well, that's first of all not what he says, and then second of all, that's not what Dale had a whole conversation with him about this. Okay, I got to take a call real quick. Hold on.
And I get it. I understand why people are saying this. It's the original poem in the solve. Other than Dale says Forrest told him there is a second poem in the chest. That's why it's different, right? So. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. We got a little family issue. K-Pro's got to go take care of something real quick. But I'll keep going because that's what I do. So yeah, that's the question. The only reason this comes up is because Dale told Cynthia Forrest told me that there is a second poem in the chest. Let's hear it one more time.
Well, like I told you before, that's very private conversation. Read me what the poem says, and the game's over. You don't need to tell me you found a treasure chest. Just read me the poem.
Right.
That answers all the questions.
Right. Okay.
And I don't need to know who you are.
But it seems to me just hearing it now, if there was a second poem, I think Dale would say the second poem or something. Dale just says, right, okay. It seems to me if Forrest is talking about a second poem, Dale would have called him out on that, like somehow, some way. I don't know.
And it's easy for me to give you $1,000 bill and a $500 bill. That's easy without me knowing who you are. I'll put it in my mailbox at 12:06 on Thursday, and I want you to pick it up at 12:07. I'm not going to be watching. You can wear a mask if you want to, drive a rental car.
Right.
There's 1,000 ways to make that work.
There are plenty of people you can ask about how to do that
Yeah.
if you can't think of one yourself.
The thing about it is, sometimes I think somebody's fixing to find it. Then the next day I tell myself it's going to be 100 years.
Somebody's going to find it, or it might be 100 years.
Just because you walk 50 feet from it doesn't mean you're going to find it.
In March of 2021.
Okay. And there it is. Oh, and then you know what? I'll wait for K-Pro to get back, and she will be back here in a couple minutes. So I'm glad Cynthia released the audio. Thank you, Cynthia. And then, because everybody wanted to know about a second poem, she emailed Dale, and we have Dale's response. And Dale does talk about the second poem and what Forrest Fenn told him. But give us a second for K-Pro to get back. In the meantime, I want to talk about a little website called XavierMarks.com. What? XavierMarks.com, everybody. $10,000 is out there waiting for you to find it. If you're smart enough, if you have the moxie, if you can figure out the clues. XavierMarks.com. I might as well just show it, huh? Why not? It is in New York. We know that much. After a year, we finally know it's in New York. XavierMarks.com. They have a YouTube. It's a $10,000 treasure hunt in a kid's book. There's Sean. There's Hillary. There's Xavier. What's Xavier looking at? And yeah, check it out. It's a pretty cool treasure hunt. And also their YouTube channel. Everybody right now should go subscribe to the Xavier Marks YouTube channel. Why? Why, Cowlazars? Why should everybody go subscribe to the Xavier Marks YouTube channel? We're here to talk about Forrest Fenn. Well, you should go subscribe. If you're not interested in their $10,000 treasure hunt, you should go subscribe because all these shorts right here are on all different treasure hunts and treasure legends over the years. Rick Rubin, Sassy knows what that's about. David Blaine. It's pretty cool. Sean and Hillary have done a great job of going over different treasure legends and different treasure hunts. There's the Golden Owl. This president hid 500 million. This legendary library is cursed. And these are shorts. These are 20-second videos. It's really cool. I mean, look at all this. They didn't just flip this together on a weekend. They're really putting in the time, and they're really putting in the effort. So Xavier Marks, I got to take a phone call. I'll be right back. All right. So XavierMarks.com, Xavier Marks on YouTube. Go subscribe. When I say we, I'm not affiliated with the hunt. I just promote it because I like it. They're at 674 subscribers. When they get to 1,000, maybe they'll give a hint. Maybe not. They've given some hints. And on Thursday's show, I think we're going to have some breaking news on the Xavier Marks hunt because there was a whole treasure hunt thing that happened here in Vegas. And that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. And there was Thought I was muted for a minute. There was a clue put out, and it looks like that clue's been solved. So we'll talk about that. Yeah, it was a little intermission. So K-Pro's not going to make it back, unfortunately. I don't have any updates from the olive jar guy, but we will go over Dale's email. So coming back to the chase, Cynthia, because everybody was like a second poem in the chest. What the heck's going on? So this is Dale's email, and I'm going to show it right now. And then you guys can discuss. From Dale to Cynthia. Yikes, we need your help. And this is Dale's email. Cynthia, please understand that my memory is somewhat wilted. I will tell you what I remember. It could be different than I have stated before, not because I'm trying to change it and certainly not trying to make things up, rather because my memory sucks. So this conversation occurred the very last time I visited Forrest. We were filming an interview in Forrest's backyard by the little bridge over his creek. He was seated. There were several things he wanted to tell me, but did not, in capitals, did not want recorded. So he would tell me to shut the camera off from time to time, then tell me something, then tell me to turn the camera back on, and we would continue with the interview. And as you guys can hear from the interview, that's why some things are cut out. This was one of the conversations that he did not want recorded, as I remember. He said something about a lot of searchers would be asking me about the chest if it was not found before he died. I laughed and said they were already doing that. And we talked a bit about all the searchers that had contacted him or me and claimed to have found the chest. We told each other about some of the most preposterous claims that the fake finders had tossed out. We both laughed. He got serious and asked me how I knew they didn't really find the chest, and then explained himself. How would you know if someone's claim was truth or not? So this is Forrest telling Dale, how would you know if someone's claim was truth or not? I admitted that I wouldn't know. He said, Forrest said there was a way to tell if someone's claim was real. I was to challenge them by asking them to read the poem that was inside the chest. He explained that he had written a short poem and left it inside the chest. He did not say if it was inside the glass vial. He did not say anything about exactly where inside the chest it was at. He then said that the poem was short, and I would know upon hearing it that it was written by him. How? I asked. He said, you'll know. He also told me not to share this information with anyone. I didn't until long after the chest was actually found by Jack. After Forrest announced Jack as the finder, the secret didn't matter anymore, as far as I could tell. After Jack had claimed to have found the chest, I corresponded with him a bit via email. I asked Jack about the poem inside the chest. Jack told me that there was no poem inside the chest, unless it was inside the glass vial because he had not opened the vial and didn't know what was in it. So this made me very suspicious that Jack was the real finder. I never brought this up with Forrest after Jack was announced as the finder. I considered a couple of possible reasons why Forrest claimed there was a poem and Jack claimed there was no poem. Hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I considered a couple possible reasons why Forrest claimed there was a poem and Jack claimed there was no poem. 1, Jack was lying. 2, Forrest was mistaken or lying. 3, the poem was inside the vial and Jack had not found it. 4, Jack didn't find the chest. It's also possible that Forrest was testing me with that story. He may have wanted to see if the poem story would show up on the blogs. If it had, he would have known I was the leaker and I cannot be trusted with secrets. That's about as clear as I can be about the poem story. I am camping down the whatever coast for a few days. Oh, Washington, Oregon, California coast, enjoying the sunsets and the spring wildflowers. Feel free to share the contents of this email with the searchers. There it is. Dale says Forrest told it to him. In that audio, is Forrest talking about a second poem? You make the call, because I don't think we're ever going to know for sure one way or the other. I do have to end it. There was supposed to be some breaking news, but we're going to have to postpone it. We have some, we got to go with David. David's had a little bit of an issue. So we got to go pick him up. So sorry, everybody. Life gets in the way. Tune in Monday. Monday's going to be a big show. You saw all the poster board that she's written on. There's a lot of things she's put together over the timeline that make a lot of sense from what she's telling me. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time. Tune in Thursday because, we're going to go back to the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park and talk about a couple different rides in the Treasure Hunt Amusement Park. All right. Sorry we had to end it early, everybody, but, life does get in the way. So we'll see you next time. Thumbs up. Thanks.